Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Todd from Like-Minded Lunatics bringing you another edition of Drink, Play, Swear. And before I get into what makes this an after-hours edition, let me say that there is plenty of stuff to check out on our channel. Boy, most Mondays, Mark's got your music video matchups. I'm bringing you these Drink, Play, Swears on Wednesdays. Thursdays, you've been getting some Adventures of Hero Man content, and then of course Fridays, the core of the entire channel, the Friday night videos. Well produced, I think. Well produced. So okay. What are we doing here? What makes this one different? What are you talking about? Drink, play, swear after hours. Two key differences in these. One is that, yes, even though the title does indicate swearing, okay, bad language, the drink, play, swear after hours ones promises to deliver in terms of the language department. So listen, I don't know if you got kids and they're running around the background somewhere. Mine usually are. But this is the one, maybe one where you want to save while they're not around. Is that extra juicy? This is not original recipe. It's extra crispy, extra juicy. This is drink, play, swear after hours. And so I thought it'd be fun if we're going to be doing something a little more racy. Why don't we play a nice, violent video game? Ooh, we've been trying to keep it safe here lately, but now we're really getting into it. We're going to do some Mortal Kombat 11. And we're pairing it with a real killer here. That's right, a Mortal Kombat series. You're always trying to kill somebody, plenty of gore. Jim Beam is a killer bourbon. So we're going with the Jim Beam pairing today. We're going to play a little Mortal Kombat 11. Now, the Aftermath edition of this is rolled out, and I haven't even played it. I'm just messing around with the regular Mortal Kombat 11 game, and I'm not trying to do anything special here. I just want to play a few levels. I've been playing with this dude Kotal Khan lately. He's pretty cool. Let's see what I can do with him, if anything. So today I wanted to share a story with you from what I call my lost year. I told you a little bit about something from my lost year. It's from back in May 2005 to May of 2006. I was not enrolled in school, not in college, and I didn't have a full-time job yet. That's why I call it the lost year, and that's when I sold vacuums, as I've talked to you guys about before, and also unloaded trucks at Target. But the third job that I was taking at that time was substitute teaching. So my mom was a kindergarten teacher, and she got me in her school. So I was like a kindergarten gym teacher for a while, which is a great boost of self-confidence, by the way. You're so much bigger than them. If you can make a layup like 1 in 10 tries, they think you're an athlete. They're going home and telling their parents about you. So I did that for a while, but I also tried to substitute in high schools. I was living in San Marcos at the time, and so I was trying to get in their school district and trying to substitute teach, which is a bad idea for me. I was a terrible kid in high school, and all kinds of stuff was going to come back to me, right? But anyway, I thought it was a fine idea, and I had a master's degree in English, so I figured I could get in. So I met... Wow, look at this. She's really berating me. I met with... hold on. Let's see what I can do here. I got to... Okay, there we go. Look at this dude. Yeah! I told you extra gore, you guys. Gotta be ready for this stuff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She's gonna take me out if I'm not careful. There we go. Watch this one. So I was trying to get in at the San Marcos School District, and I went in. I got an application, and I met the woman who hires the substitute folks, and she said that she liked me. I interviewed well. She interviewed me right there on the spot. She said, but I do want transcripts from your schools and a CV, a resume. So I said, okay, no problem, and went home and collected that information and sent it to her via email. The next day, I get an email from her that says, Todd, could you please send your resume in a Word document? Because at the time, I had this little IBM Aptiva, and I was, man, that move is brutal. I like Frost. She's kind of cool, but I've never been good at the frosty characters. I've never been good with Sub-Zero. I've never been good with her either. Anyway, so I had Lotus Word Pro on my IBM Aptiva, which is, I assume, a deceased word processor now. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can remember. Yeah. So I had the thing about the fatalities in this one, they're just extra brutal. Watch. Oh, you think that was bad enough, right? He goes in again. Oh man, gory. But look, you think that's it? Nope, he's gonna drop an enormous, like Aztec-y skull on your head. Anyway, so I had Lotus Word Pro. So I was living with a couple of my old college buddies in San Marcos, and one of them said, "Hey man, why don't you put it in Word. I have Word, and put your file in Word, convert it, and change the formatting, and then you'll have a copy of it. Email it to yourself, and then you'll have a copy of your own resume in Word." I thought, fantastic. So I emailed myself my Lotus Word Pro document. I opened it on my buddy's computer in Word, and then I reformatted it. I was very careful to make sure it looked good. I wanted to get this job, even though I didn't want it forever and needed some money. So I take the time to make it nice, and then what I did is I just sent it to myself via email, the finished Word document. And when you email yourself something, you're the only one that's going to see it. So I set the title as the document I was just sending myself, the Word doc, in an attachment. The title, "Here you go, bitch." Okay, so that was that. And I was pretty proud of myself. It looked good. So I went and sat in the living room and played Madden for a while or something. Next day, I'm probably playing Madden again. And it occurs to me, and I think one of my buddies even asked me, one of my roommates said, "Hey, did you get that resume sent out?" And I said, "Oh, you know what? I know that I converted it to Word and saved it, but I don't think I sent it." And went into my email and checked my sent folder, and sure enough, I had not sent it. So I'm like, "Oh boy, that was silly me," So I get in, I open the Word document, and man, Sonia's just gonna take care of me here. I'm not great at this game. I'm fine at this game. So I get it, and I open it up, and I just hit forward, send, and I sent it to her. And I went and sat back down and played some more Madden. And then it dawns on me that I had not changed the subject line. Yeah, had not changed the subject line in my email. So I sent this very kind woman, who was considering giving me a job, by the way, my resume, nicely formatted, patiently formatted, with the subject line in the email to her, "Forward from Todd Wright. Here you go, bitch." Boy, super embarrassed. I was super embarrassed in my early 20s, so far too embarrassed to just, be a grown up and be like, "My goodness, what a silly mistake. I'm apologize." No, I just never tried to talk to her again. And surprise, I never heard from her again. Did not get that job at San Marcos ISD. As a postscript to that story, I just have to say it's a terrible thing to do, and I totally regret it. But looking back now, I just can't imagine what she thought. I can imagine her getting that email at work and just being befuddled and probably really upset and just wondering, I imagine her, I don't know if she was married, but I imagine her sitting at home with her husband at the end of the day and going, "I got this email from a prospective teacher." Gosh, I mean, maybe it was annoying for me to ask him to convert his, his resume to a file that I can read. But did he have to, I'm doing the same thing again, I don't know too much about this game. Did he have to be so rude? And does he really think he's going to get this job now? No, I know I shouldn't have got that job. Luckily, I did end up getting a job elsewhere where I didn't call them any awful names. So, man, I have always loved the Mortal Kombat games. You have to mention, if you were born in the 80s and playing games in the 90s, you got to think about Mortal Kombat. I mean, I know that sort of Street Fighter paved the way for the fighting games, but this was like the first really brutal one. And boy, on every night on the news, I remember they would bring up the violence of Mortal Kombat. And my parents knew I liked Mortal Kombat and stuff, and we had to have a sit down about, Todd, do you think these games are too violent? Do you think you can handle it? No, Mom, yeah, I can handle it fine. They were so rudimentary compared to the stuff they have now. I imagine that kids and their parents are still having these conversations. I told Mark I was going to tell this story for you guys, the Here You Go Bitch story, and was going to pair it with Mortal Kombat 11. And he said, oh man, that sounds perfect. That sounds like a taunting sound in Mortal Kombat, like maybe like a scorpion instead of come over here or get over here.
Here you go, bitch.
I hope you guys are well. This is the first, just trying it out, this first edition of Drink, Play, Swear After Hours. You guys have a good time. I'm going to go play some more Mortal Kombat. From Like Minded Lunatics, I'm Todd.
Fatality.
See ya.